Good evening, everybody. How are you? This is Meg, and I am here for our Live at 5. Hi, everybody. How are you? Good evening. This is Meg, and I'm happy that you have joined me. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to my Live at 5 Arms and Abs edition. How is everybody doing out there this evening? I'm going to give everybody a moment or two to jump on. It's nice to see you, especially on this super cloudy, rainy day. I see some folks jumping on right now. Hello. Nice to see you all. How's everybody doing? Are you staying dry? Did you get to go outside at all today? It's kind of a dismal day. It started out really nice. We had some nice sun. It was a little bit warm. And then just like that, it turned to a stormy day. So I hope to bring you some sunshine. Again, tonight we are going with my Arms and Abs class. So that is what we have in store for you tonight. I'm going to recommend that for your weights or what you're going to be using in place of weights, you're probably going to want something on the lighter side, maybe something that weighs 5 pounds and under, okay? And then there will be maybe 1 or 2 exercises where you might want something a little bit more challenging, okay? So I am super excited to bring you tonight's workout. And I want to actually thank the people at Fierce and Regal for sending me this awesome outfit. They sent these awesome pants and this top as an appreciation for being a fitness instructor who is still delivering health and wellness to the public. I was nominated by Jill, so thank you for doing that. And thank you again to the lovely people at Fierce and Regal for supplying tonight's workout. I'll put a link in my Instagram in case you are interested in checking them out. I don't get anything for that, by the way. I just want to give back by saying I love their workout clothes. And I'm thankful that they chose me. So let's get started. We're going to start off with some warm-up drills to get us going. And then we're going to be down on the floor for a lot of tonight's program. I'm barefoot tonight because we're not going to be running. We're not going to be jogging, none of that. So I decided to go shoeless. So you can too, all right? So starting off, take your arms out to the sides and start to give me some arm over arm crosses, please. Start to open up through those shoulders, a little bit through your chest. We're going to be doing a lot of core work tonight. It wouldn't be arms and abs without it. But that core work is going to come primarily from the positioning that we will be in. Bring those arms up overhead and throw them down. Start to, again, loosen up through your shoulders. Start to feel that upper body. Make sure you get some water tonight as well. You will still need it. All right, now take those arms out or down at your sides, and we're gonna take a big deep breath in. Breath out, raise them out. Breath in, bring them back down. And I want you to alternate through that. Out, breath in, bring them back down. Breath out, nice lateral raise. Focus on using your shoulders to lift those arms. Don't just raise your arms up. Have some purpose with it. Okay, now let's take it to the front. Arms to the front, come back, arms to the front, bring them back down. Let's do maybe 2 or 3 more. Good. Okay, set your feet about hip width distance apart, and let's just take it into some torso twists. And then we'll quickly be bringing it down to the floor. Awesome. Okay, are you ready to sweat? Are you ready to work that core? Are you ready to work that upper body? Yes? Show me some love. Give me some thumbs up. Send up some flair out there. Okay, couple of tips for you. There's going to be periods of time during tonight's workout where I'm going to give you the opportunity to either lift your legs or keep your legs on the floor. For those of you who have back issues, you are most definitely going to want to keep your legs and feet on the floor, because if you raise your feet, it's going to cause more stress through your lower back. Some of you might be able to handle that, but for some of you, you might need the added support of your feet and your legs positioned on the floor, okay? Because the more of you that's raised, the harder your core has to work, okay? So remember, you do you. I'm giving you suggestions. It's up to you to determine what is safe for you and what is right for you. All right, so let's get to it. We're going to start it down on the floor. I want you to make sure that you have some of your light props with you, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to do it starting from a side position so that you can see me from the side, and then I'll turn and face you, okay? So we're going to go with a boat pose. So if you've done yoga or Pilates, this might be familiar to you. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to extend your legs, dig your heels into the floor, lift your chest, draw the belly in, and lean back about 45 degrees. Now, a couple of tips here before we really get into it. The further back I lean, the more core strength it requires, and the more my lower back will take the pressure if I'm not perfect with my form. So, you can choose to be upright, or you can be leaning back as little or as much as you like, okay? All right, so here we go. Here's the basis of the move. We're holding here. We're going to raise one arm up overhead, bring it right back, raise the other, and now we're going to do both. And we're going to keep alternating through that. Now, every single time we raise our arms up overhead, no matter what we're doing, we are automatically forcing that core to work harder, okay? So keep this coming. Breath out as we raise up. Nice and slow and controlled. It's a little bit of a slowed down workout. And right away, your abs should be on fire because you should be drawing that belly in, keeping that core engaged, using your breath control. And now we're going to slowly bring ourselves down to the floor. Roll it on back. Good. Okay, so for this next part, you are going to take one leg, keep it on the floor, bent knee. The other leg is going to be extended up. We're going to reach our arms up. And for those of you who need a modification, you are just going to come to here, okay? For those of you who have a little bit more practice or have a little bit more experience working out, this is what you are going to do. You're going to roll up, come back down, roll up, come back down, okay? Remember, if you need to modify it and take it down, you're just coming to here, and you can either choose to hold, or you can come back down and come back up, okay? Belly button, hold in, lower back stays connected, and here we go. Lift that chest. Think about rolling back one vertebrae at a time. Use that breath control. And we're going to do one more. Good. All right. Now let's switch it on up. Take the opposite leg, bring it up, and same thing. Choose how you're going to do this. All the way up. Or are you going to modify it and stay here, pulling the belly in? Or maybe you're somewhere in the middle. Whatever you're doing, I want you to give me one more and then release it. Good. Okay, go ahead, bring those knees in and give them a squeeze. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to repeat that. So now I'm going to turn and face you, all right? So remember how it began? It began both toes alternating and then both arms raising. So lift your chest, lean back, and here we go. Raise, raise, now both together. Now, experiment with your legs. Maybe extend them out because the further out you are, the further out they are, the harder this will be. So one arm, breath, one arm, breath, both. Breath out. Keep that chest lifted. We've got one more. And release it. Good. Okay, now we're going to go into that single leg raised one. And remember, you can either choose to do a full sit-up or you can choose to just hold or do a partial. Do what works for you, okay? Ready? Here we go. In 4, 3, 2, and go. All the way up. Roll it. Good. All the way up. Roll it. The good news is we are not repeating these. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and switch. Same thing on the opposite side. Point that toe, create some tension in that leg. Draw that belly in. Big deep breath in. Breath out, you come up. Slow control back. Those arms extended out. Again, forcing that core to work a little bit more. Challenging it. And release it. Good, go ahead, bring your knees in. Give them a squeeze. If you need to grab some water, now would be a great time to do it. Okay, so now we're gonna get into our bear plank pose, okay? And we're gonna add something to it. So a lot of times when I have you do your bear planks, we hold right here, right? So we're at hands and knees, and then we come on up and we hover. So tonight, you can choose to do that, or you can choose to add a little bit to this, okay? So we're gonna draw the belly in, squeeze our glutes, come on up, and here we go. Now we're gonna raise up, bring it back here, raise up, bring it back here. Still maintain that parallel position. Because we're moving our legs, it's creating instability, and we are forcing our core to work harder. If this is too much for you, continue to just hold here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. Good. Okay, take a little mini breather. If you have your props nearby, now is the time to take them out. So for this next part, we're going to go into a plank with some shoulder taps. So you can either choose to be in that full plank position, or you can come to knees, and whatever you've chosen, you're going to tap using that light prop. Keep your hips steady, and continue. Are you doing it? You better be. Just because I'm talking and instructing you doesn't mean you should wait for me to say go. I know some of you out there haven't even started this yet. Okay, so plank tap. Draw the belly in. Squeeze your glutes. Get those taps. If it's too hard with the weights, take it on down. Just use your own body weight. And again, if you need to modify it, come to those knees for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. Nice job. Okay, you only do one round of that. That's kind of a little transition piece. In this next part, oh, I forgot to tell you, it does help in tonight's workout if you are flexible. It's not mandatory, but if you're flexible, you will have a better time with tonight's program. So this next one is our plank with a T-spine opener. You're gonna wanna grab your weights. I'll give you a choice. I would probably recommend your lighter props or weights. However, if you have a little bit of a higher one, you can feel free to give it a go with that. All right, so here's what our positioning is going to be. So we're basically going to be in a lunge-like position, okay? Because this is where we need to be to perform this, okay? Then we come back to plank, then we switch our legs, same thing on the opposite side, okay? Does that make sense? You're probably thinking I'm crazy, because this is a tough one. I'll do it from the side. So everybody start in your plank, take your right leg, step it through, okay? If you need to modify it, put this knee down, okay? Take this inside arm, open it up, bring it back to plank. Switch legs, inside arm, open it up, bring it back to plank. And keep alternating. These are challenging, so take them nice and slow. Again, if you need to modify it, bring that knee down, open it up. If it's too difficult to do it with the weights, try it just body weight style. Takes a lot of core control. It does help to be flexible, but if you need to modify it, just drop those knees. And continue for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. Nice job. Okay, so come back to that boat pose for me. Grab your props, sit it up nice and tall, lean back, take those arms right at shoulder height, and here we go. Press up. We're gonna do 10 of these. You can also just use one dumbbell or just your own body weight. Make sure you're stabilizing your abs. One more. Good, and that's 10. So from here, we're gonna transition it into a downward facing dog. So go ahead, place those hands out in front of you, come to your plank, push back to your downward facing dog, and now we're gonna add a reach back. Opposite arm reaches back towards that opposite foot. And as we reach back, we're targeting those obliques. Reach nice and long. Keep reaching. Opposite hand reaches back towards that opposite foot. Big deep breath out as you reach back. Big deep breath out as you reach back. You're gonna feel it through that side body. You're targeting your obliques when you do that. Keep it going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it. Good job, awesome. We are going to repeat that one again, okay? So that one starts back with our plank, with our T-spine rotations, and then we go to the seated overhead press, and then we go to the downward facing dog touchbacks. Remember, with that T-spine opener, you can choose to use your weights or you can use your own body weight. If you're struggling that first round, try it with just your body weight, okay? So let's start it back. Come up into that high plank. I'll do it facing you this time. Step your right foot forward. Take that left arm, open it up. Step back, always to high plank. Step the left leg. Open it on up, back to high. Take these nice and slow. Maybe if you've chosen to just do the body weight, maybe you slowly start to incorporate the weights. Maybe you just take one weight and transition it like I'm doing. That way you have one hand stable to the floor, and then The other arm works with the weight. So you have a compromise. Just in case using both of these is not really where you're at yet. There's always something to work towards. Oh, you can hear my dogs getting restless. Good. And stop. Awesome. Okay, by now, your shoulders, your upper body, your abs, they should be talking to you. They should be burning. Okay, let's take it into that seated position. And we will take it to our seated overhead press. Lean back. Feel free, if it's in your practice, to lift those legs. But remember what I told you. Hovering your legs as you extend your arms up overhead puts more pressure on your back. So if that's not something you can handle, and you have back issues, you should put those feet down on the floor. One more gives us 10. Good. I hope you were doing those alongside me and not just watching. All right, you ready to finish it up on this circuit? Now, we go ahead and we take it to the down dog, reach backs. With or without your weights, it's up to you. Go ahead, come into that downward facing dog, and reach back. Opposite hand toward that opposite foot. Reach way back. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, go ahead. Take a breather, grab some water if you'd like. Stretch those arms out. Be thankful that there's no more planks. All right, are you ready for the next part? We're going to come back down to the floor. I told you, I warned you that tonight's program was a lot of work where we'll be down on the floor. But it's a little break from the burpees, the mountain climbers, the jogging, and all of those things that I suggest for people to do that they might not always enjoy. We don't always have to be fast-paced. We can slow things down and still get just as good a workout, and sometimes it can be a lot harder because practicing core control and slowing things down really tends to not only be something that is really taxing to our body, but it's also mentally challenging. All right, so come into that seated modified boat pose with your feet planted on the floor. Take those arms, and we're going to bring them down so our palms face forward, slightly angled out, and we're going to take it into a boat pose bicep curl. So we're going to curl here, leaning back, again making sure that our belly is drawn in. Breath out as we curl up. And now we're going to take those arms, we're going to bring them here, we're going to bring them up here, and we're going to crisscross. I sometimes make you do these standing. Feel free to elevate one leg or see if you can lean back, elevate both. This is much harder. You're going to find those sit bones. Don't lean back too much. Release it. Good. Okay, bring it back. Palms face forward or slightly angled to the side. Curl it on out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep them up. Bend and extend. Tricep. 2, 3, 4. Bring them back down. 6 curls this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, 6 up. Make sure you're keeping that core engaged. 1 more. Good. Keep them up, and here we go. Bend and extend, hitting those triceps. And 1 more time. Bring them down. Here we go for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take them up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And extend for 8, hitting those triceps. 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost done. Bring those arms here. Hold them. Draw the belly in, lift that chest a little bit higher because you know you probably slouched back. And now extend those arms out in front and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. Nice job. Guess what? You are done. Woo! I hope that you enjoyed tonight's version of Arms and Abs. Again, a little exercise, pun intended, on core control and everything that is about staying quiet and stable. Again, sometimes staying in that slowed down pace can be more physically challenging than always that fast-paced. So a little something different tonight. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if anybody would like to do these workouts again, you know that you can always find them here under the videos tab on my Facebook page, and check out how the other workouts I've uploaded onto our YouTube station as well. I thank you all for joining in. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Thank you for tuning in and sweating with me. And again, thank you to my friends at Fierce and Regal. They are a Boston-based fitness apparel company for sending me the lovely workout attire that I'm wearing tonight. So have a great evening. I will see you all tomorrow. Remember, you can catch me twice live on Wednesdays. I have my senior sweat at 10 a.m. Again, open to all levels, and then we'll be live at 5 again. Have a great evening. Thank you again. And I'm Meg from Empowered by Meg. Bye.